Hi everybody, Tom Adams, Principal of Hamburg Middle School. I'm joining you today to tell you a little bit about the changes to our instructional program, which your middle school students will experience the beginning of May, Monday, May 3rd. I'm joined, of course, by our assistant principal, Mrs. Bolin, who's off camera, 6 feet away, and she's going to be peppering me with questions. And we're going to also have some information about how you can learn more about these changes during a Facebook Live sessions, and we'll give you details of that later on. Go ahead, Mrs. Bolin. How are you, first of all?
I am wonderful, Mr. Adams. Cannot wait to see kids in our hallways 5 days a week. But the first question I have is, that first week in May, what is Wednesdays? What are our Wednesdays going to look like?
Right. An important thing to keep in mind at the middle school and at the high school level is that we will not be bringing back all students for each day. We'll still stay with our cohort model, but on Wednesdays, instead of doing the asynchronous work where all our students are at home, we will have one of the cohorts with us each Wednesday. So Wednesday, May 5th, we're going to see cohort A and cohort C. And then on Wednesday, May 12th, we're going to see cohort B and cohort C. And then it'll follow alternating Wednesday for each of those two cohorts. I'm sure you're wondering where you can actually see this printed. And we're going to send this information to you via a school messenger. You'll see the text or the email about it. We'll send that to you in a couple days. And it'll also be posted on our Hamburg Middle School website and our Facebook page as well.
Okay, so I've heard about some changes to synchronous instruction. When my kids are home, what should they be doing?
Great question. We have had some teachers who've been using synchronous instruction for a while, so those teachers will continue as they've been doing it. But beginning on Monday, May 3rd, every teacher at Hamburg Middle School will be delivering instruction synchronously. That is, they will be teaching those students who are in front of them in person in the classroom, but the students who are at home are going to be joining in via a Google Meet. Attendance will be taken and instruction will be provided during that time. So our students who are at home, for example, our cohort B students on Mondays and Tuesdays, will need to sign into that Google Meet, attendance taken, their cameras should be on, and they will be going along for the instruction just as those students in front of the teacher in person are doing as well. So they'll need to keep that same schedule. So that means they got to get up early like they normally would for a regular school day, and then they will be checking into each and every one of those classrooms. Of course, there is a couple exceptions, right, Mrs. Bolin?
Of course. I was just about to ask about study hall and lunch.
Yes, for study halls, students do not need to check in for attendance purposes. For that, they can do their studying on their own, and for lunch, they don't need to check in to lunch either.
Okay. What about clubs and activities? Are those going to keep happening?
Yes, indeed. Clubs and activities will continue to happen, just as they have been. We will get information to you regarding some late bus opportunities that we'll be having starting up. We don't have the exact specifics on it right now, although we are looking at possibly Tuesdays and Thursdays. For clubs, continue going on your regular schedule of things. Cohort D families, if your student is involved with the club and they can't make it and they were attending in person, please just let us know and we'll make sure that club's not starting until your cohort D student can attend that session as well.
Okay. And you mentioned something about Facebook Live. When can I talk to you next?
Yes, so Facebook Live, Mrs. Bolin and I will be going on as we have been with each change of instructional model for us this school year. The PTSA is sort of sponsoring this as well, and we'll be having a Facebook Live on Wednesday, April 28th, beginning at 6 p.m. You'll see me presenting, going over some details just like we are now. And what the audience can do is they can type in questions. Mrs. Bolin will do her best to answer those questions, just like she has been doing. And she'll also let me know what questions I can answer or what questions I will try to answer effectively during that time as well.
All right, I think that sounds good for now. Any other last information that we need to share?
No, I guess a big congratulations to all those who are involved with our Hamburg Middle School musical. Guys and Dolls Jr. was outstanding. We know lots of you celebrated the watching of that over this past weekend. And keep in mind that Family ID is open for spring sports signups. Let's get our students involved in things. It's been a great part of this most interesting of school years. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for your patience and communication with us throughout this time.
Have a great day.